Welcome to this video. This is Ice. In this video, we will talk about the content ideas and how to never run out of content ideas. I will share with you my kind of process on how I come up with content ideas. And I don't think this is a video that you would expect. You might expect that I'm gonna share with you some kind of tips and tasks and things to do, in order to get those content ideas. But I want to start with a little bit of different approach, more of an energetic, authentic alignment way of creating content, and then afterwards I can share with you also a few actual tips that you can do in order to get those content ideas. But I think the first part of the video is way more important of what I'm gonna share with you. Okay, so let's dive right into it. First of all, it's about realizing and embodying you as a person, as a creator. Oftentimes, what most people do, especially entrepreneurs running a business, having so many different tasks to do in life, and when it comes to content, for them it's more like, okay, I have to post, and then they post for the sake of posting, and for them, getting the ideas is like a job, it's a task to do. So this is where it's a little bit of misalignment, and that's when the content actually doesn't really work properly. So the first thing is to focus on, why are you here? Why do you want to create content? Why do you run this business? What kind of purpose you have in the world, and what kind of life-changing experience you give for people with your services? And then realizing that you are here for a reason and you have a purpose, and then it's like, okay, how can I provide for my community? How can I provide value? When you are in this state, without rushing into actually creating the content, but when you're really present and when you focus on the intention and the purpose, and you look at your whole business and content creation from a bigger perspective, that's when you can start allowing those ideas come to you and be in a receptive mode and open mode to receive them. And this is the easiest way to get content ideas, because you don't need to do anything. They come to you, and most likely it's already happening. Possibly if you struggle with content, with getting those ideas, you might be suppressing them or blocking them from you, just because you're so misaligned with your body and you're focused on so much doing. Doing is a masculine energy, and allowing and receiving is a feminine energy, and we women and men, we have both inside of us. So you need to learn how to balance those both energies together. I'm just looking at my phone because I'm actually about to go to Ed Sheeran concert here in Kaunas city, Lithuania, with my sister. So I'm like, I wanted to make this quick video anyway before going, because I was like, I got this inspiration, which I'm actually gonna share with you also, this whole process in this video as well. So when you are in this kind of relaxed mode, and you're like, I trust myself and I trust the source and the universe, that when you know that you are here for a reason, for a purpose, and you create content because you believe in what you do, and you allow those thoughts, ideas come to you, you have to act on them. So to give you an example, when I started my YouTube channel just recently, before, like, let's say years ago, when I was about to start and I was always getting ready, I never really started YouTube channel, because I thought, well, once I start, I will have to make sure to prepare the whole content plan, a month in advance, to make sure that I know what I'm gonna cover in week 1, week 2, week 3, so that I'm prepared in advance. But that's the thing, that when my identity started shifting, when I understood the first step that I was telling you about, my purpose here, embodying that, I trust that the ideas will come. I trust that I'm here for a reason, and that this whole YouTube channel is not like, oh, I need to do YouTube channel. I started shifting my whole identity into that there is an audience who needs me, just me, specifically me, to share those messages, inspiration, and value on that channel so they can receive those ideas. And it's the same with your audience. If you have a calling, if you do any kind of business or you want to create content, there is a reason for that. That desire, that dream chose you. It came to you. So don't block it. Don't think like, oh, who am I to post? Who am I? No, embody it. Like, okay, it's for a reason. That means I have to share. It's my purpose. Okay. So then let those ideas come to you. So when I started my YouTube channel, I only had the first video that I'm gonna post. Okay. Actually, it also came very spontaneously. The thought came like, oh, this could be a cool YouTube video as a first video. And remember, I shared with you in the previous video that I was postponing starting YouTube channel for 5 years. So then this thought came and I thought, you know what, let me act on it. Something very different from what I was doing previously, because like I said, most of the times we might be suppressing those thoughts, suppressing the ideas and thinking, oh, it's a great idea, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it next month, and we never do. Okay, so once you start receiving those messages, and like I said, when I started my YouTube channel, I received the idea for my first video, and I had no idea what's going to be the second video in the second week. But what I did, I trusted and I allowed, and I said, you know what, there is a purpose, there is a reason, and the thought will come to me. And here we are shooting. I'm shooting here now the second video in my YouTube channel, because this also came to my mind about content ideas and what should we post. So it's about, first of all, embodying and trusting that we're here for a reason, that our messages, our business, our content is for a reason, that there is an audience who wants to hear that, who the audience is waiting for your content to be delivered. Okay, there is a purpose there. And the second one is allow, relax, and receive and act on those. Okay, that will be the third step. So first, the second step would be to relax and trust that the right idea and content idea will come when is the right time. And the third, act on it. And you will see what is interesting, that when you go through these steps and you embody this process, there will be so many ideas coming to you. And I swear it's gonna be like, the more you create, the more ideas come. And if you're someone that is thinking like, oh, I have this idea, and or whenever you have content ideas or you create, and if you fear like, oh, but what if next week I'm not gonna have content ideas, so I have to plan this content, you are a bit you're suppressing everything, you're in a fear mode. And I want you to trust, allow, and create, because the more you create, it's like a vortex, the more ideas will flow to you. So when I was about to shoot this video, the second one, right, this thought came, the intention, the purpose came for me. It was like a download, and I allow it. And what I did, because I was preparing now for the concert, getting ready, and I thought, well, I can't wait to start shooting the video, like maybe tomorrow or when I come back after concert, but it's gonna be late, so I should shoot tomorrow. And then I thought, why don't I just do it before going to the concert, because I have extra 15-20 minutes, so I can just use this opportunity. And this goes back to referring to my first YouTube video where I was sharing about how to start. So you see, this whole process and everything is so linked and connected together. So it's all about embodying, allowing, trusting, acting. When you act and you don't suppress, you are in a flow state, and it's like one step after another. You don't need to think of 10 steps ahead. It's just like, okay, you received the idea, you act on it. So these are a couple of ways. This is like a really nice process on how to never run out of content ideas. Let them come to you. Like I said in the first part of the video, I wanted to share with you more on the energetics and the purpose. And the second part of the video, I want to share with you more like actual steps, what you can do. So now those ideas and what to do when they come up. So for example, if you're creating content, it depends how you create content, because there are different platforms. But when it comes to short form content like reels, TikToks, stories, etc., my best recommendation for you is to use that momentum, and whenever the idea comes, immediately shoot the video. As you know, nowadays video content is just kind of performs better. So my recommendation for you is that whenever you finish a client meeting, client call, you receive a message, there is something that inspires you, or maybe you are walking in the park or you're doing some kind of morning practice. Whenever you have an idea, then immediately take your phone and shoot that video and record to the camera and post it, and don't think about it. As a busy entrepreneur, if you're running a business, that's the thing. I know you're busy, and if you start thinking about, okay, I need to edit the video, I need to hire a videographer, I need to hire a social media manager, trust me, you don't need that. All you need to do is to shoot that video, which will take you 1 or 2 minutes, post that video, and without overthinking it, without much of an editing. Yes, you can edit a little bit, but that's it. So now, that's the thing. The best way to do is to act on the momentum. Whenever you get inspiration, immediately shoot the video. Or you can keep shooting the video. This is the process I do. Whenever I get inspiration, I keep shooting, because sometimes I record maybe 7 videos in one go. But I save them into my favorites on the phone, for example, and I keep them there. And one day a week, on Mondays or on Wednesdays, choose whatever day works for you. You have to go back and you can write a task for yourself, like, okay, one day a week, I'm sitting down and checking my album, wherever you save the videos, so you can organize them, edit them, and then post them. So this is an easy process for me, because then you always have content ready. You just need to edit them and post them. This is super cool. Now, the other way how to get content ideas, very effective way, is by asking your audience. And I'm not talking about asking on stories like, hey, what kind of content you'd like me to post? No, it's actually reaching out to your ideal clients, your targeted people, target audience. Not everyone. You have to have a specific group of people that you're targeting and speak with them. So actually connecting with them and inviting them on an interview, inviting them to have a conversation, or maybe it can be back and forth DM conversation, but then getting to know their pains, their goals, their dreams, their desires, their obstacles, their challenges. Like, you have to go deep, okay? You ask questions and then dig deeper into whatever problem they have, and like in what areas they face this problem. It really depends. For example, if you help people with weight loss, then again, like, okay, clearly the problem is weight loss, but like, where do they get this where do they feel frustrated in life, and what areas of life they feel frustrated about their weight? Maybe they lack energy to play with kids. Maybe they struggle to go to fifth floor if they live on the fifth floor and they don't have an elevator. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they have problems elsewhere with friends, or they feel embarrassed to wear certain clothes. So you want to dig deeper and to find out everything about that. Same with goals, desires, and so on. And then when you know all of that information, you can write it down, you can organize it in a nice way and create content according to that. The best content is when you speak the language of your audience. When we are experts, we are here, and our audience is here because they don't know nothing about this area, which is why they're struggling, right? The worst thing you can do, you speak this language which is complicated, people don't understand. What you need to do is you need to go to their level and speak their language. Speak it so in a simplified way so that they understand what you're talking about. Okay, so now, the last tip that I want to share with you how to come up with content ideas is scroll through the explore page of Instagram Reels, TikToks, or whatever platform you're using. So what I typically do, I don't really do, I do previous steps that I share with you, and I more like channel and I act on the inspiration. But whenever you're scrolling the explore page, that means these are relevant topics that are trendy. And of course, when you're watching other creators or maybe your competitors, I just want to kind of inform you on something. Whenever you're watching content of your competitors for inspiration, be mindful that whether you get triggered and jealous and then you start lacking confidence, because that often what can happen, that you start comparing yourself and you think, oh my god, I can never create content that good that they are creating. So then I advise you not to look at your competitors, because it's just gonna distract you, and it's gonna just be suppressing you, those negative self-talk and so on. So it's not good then, but otherwise what is good is, like, if you scroll the explore page on Instagram, there's plenty of creators, plenty of ideas. So instead of you creating content yourself and thinking of ideas and creating especially some complicated content, I'm surprised when I work with my clients and sometimes they say, like, oh yeah, I spent 4 hours on creating this video, and I'm like, oh my god, like, don't do it, because think of a content that is just easy and fun for you to create. Don't spend hours on it. And what I'm talking about in the previous steps, what I shared with you, for me, it takes minutes to create content. Just because I'm receiving, I'm acting on the idea, I'm channeling, I'm recording, done, and I'm posting. Boom, it's done. So whenever I'm scrolling, for example, and I get the idea, I just immediately act on it. And I shoot the video. I record myself or something, or maybe I speak in a camera. So that's another way you can handle it. And there's so many more ways on get content ideas, but I think I already shared with you plenty. And to summarize, the way I recorded this video, I was thinking I should make notes and I should plan the video and I should write it down. But me, I am a business owner that is busy, that also has many different things to do. And yeah, I could do it perfectly, but I'm choosing to just do it. Done is better than perfect. So I thought, let me just shoot the video. I'm just gonna allow the whole messages and channeling, whatever I was sharing with you in the first part of the video. I will allow it and I will see how it goes. And there we are. I recorded this video. I shared with you really good information, I think. Let me know if it was helpful. And that's that. I literally did this whole video without even thinking how long it's gonna be. I have no idea how long I spoke, just because I am embodied and I'm allowing, and I believe deeply that you, a watcher, whoever is watching the video, needed to hear this information, whatever came from my mind, in a flow way. And I'm happy with this, and I'm gonna post it. And with time, when we're growing, then we can improve, we can hire a team, we can get better, but through the process. Okay, so now let me know in the comments if it was helpful, if you're gonna try one or other way, or one or other tip that I shared with you. I would love to know. And a final reminder for you that if you have a calling or any reason to create content, whether you're running a business or any other reason that you want to create content, it means it's for a reason. Honor that desire. There's plenty of space here on the internet for you as well. Your audience is waiting for you to create that content. So embody this, allow those ideas to come to you, and act on them. Do not suppress them. Whenever you have an idea, act on it and make sure to publish it and post it. You can also give me a follow on Instagram, ice space ZDAN, Ice Zdan, just like this YouTube channel. Give me a follow. And now I'm gonna get going to Ed Sheeran's concert with my sister. So I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!